Today, we wanted to show you how to make a much beloved Macanese dish, minchi. It's a home cooking classic that gained popularity in post-war Macau, and like a lot of Macanese dishes, sort of blurs that line between Cantonese and Western cooking. What you're looking at is a plate of white rice topped with marinated minced meat, fried potatoes, and, of course, the requisite sunny-side-up egg. So to get started with Macanese minchi, you'll need meat, half pork and half beef. To be exact, this was 250 grams of pork leg, 80% lean, and the same amount of beef chuck with the same fat content. Now, here's the thing. Living here in China, we're super spoiled when it comes to grinding meat. We can just buy some pork, go over to the meat grinder stall in the market, and have them get it into a nice fresh mince. If you have your own meat grinder, feel free to just do the same, but assuming you don't, our recommendation would be a hand mince. Why not a supermarket mince? Well, because, frankly speaking, the standard supermarket mince in the West is just not good. Feel free to do your own thing if you trust your source, but if your ground meat makes for a mediocre burger, it'll make for an even worse minchi. So once that's in a fine dice, grab a couple cleavers and just start chopping. Unlike something like a dumpling filling, we're not looking to get this into a paste or anything, so just going at it for about 5 minutes or so should basically get you there depending on how quick you are. In the end, what we're looking for is something about this consistency. Now marinate that with a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of sugar, roughly a quarter teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of white wine, which is basically the Macanese equivalent of Shaoxing, 2 teaspoons of light soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce. Give that a real thorough mix, really getting in there to make sure everything's evenly incorporated, and let that marinate for a half an hour. Next up, sausage, 250 grams worth. This is kind of an optional ingredient, and if it's added, usually what's used is Portuguese linguiça. We really liked the addition of sausage, but can't buy linguiça here in Shenzhen, so instead we sub for a Harbin sausage. Harbin sausage historically originate from the Russian community in Heilongjiang. They're basically kielbasa by any other name, and are the closest thing China has to a Western-style sausage. That said, Spanish chorizo or an Italian sausage would definitely be a bit closer, but, c'est la guerre, we've got our own sourcing issues here too. Now, we saw one source mention that some Macanese linguiça take a little inspiration from Cantonese lapchong and season with a bit more sugar and a touch of Cantonese rose wine. So to mimic that, we mixed our finely diced sausage with a quarter teaspoon of that rose wine together with a half teaspoon sugar and mixed well. So while we did like what that did here, please just know that the wine and sugar are totally optional in the fullest sense of the word. Last leg of the minchi, fried potato. Nothing too interesting going on here, just peel 500 grams or about 2 small potatoes, cut those into 2 centimeter cubes, and blanch those for 2 minutes in boiling water together with a tablespoon of salt. Don't rinse, just let it drain until dry and either deep fry or pan fry those to your liking. We pan fried them for about 20 minutes until golden brown because we always feel a little bad calling for deep frying in a homey recipe like this. But either way, set those aside until serving, and now to fry our minchi. So as always, first, lang yao. Get your wok piping hot, shut off the heat, add in the oil, here about 1 tablespoon, and give it a swirl to get a nice nonstick surface. Then, with the flame on medium, add in the minced beef and pork and fry, going in with the sausage too if you're working with something uncooked. Now, especially with hand-minced meat, the goal here is to break it all up so it's nice and loose. So we like getting there by continuously chopping at it with a spatula, but know that that's definitely not a standard technique or anything. Then, after about 5 minutes, once everything's cooked through and crumbly, swap the flame down to medium-low and start to stir-fry. And by stir-fry, I suppose I really mean toast. Much of the oil's already absorbed. What we're doing is expelling excess moisture and browning. Don't panic if it ends up sticking a touch to your wok, it's almost unavoidable. And after about 5 minutes or so, the meat should look more or less like this. Then take it out, and we'll fry this meat again in just a second. So do another quick lang yao with about a tablespoon of oil, either olive or peanut are traditional, and over a medium flame add in 1 finely diced red onion. Fry that for about 5 minutes until it's softened and starting to change color, then scooch them up the side of the wok. Add another half tablespoon of oil, then go in with 4 cloves of minced garlic and give those a quick 30-second fry till fragrant. Then add in 4 large dry bay leaves, or about 1 gram's worth. These are kind of a hallmark of the dish, and fry those together for another 30 seconds or so. Then pour a tablespoon of white wine over your spatula and around the sides of the wok. Go in with the sausage, another 30-second fry together, and in with the minced meat. Quick reminder to pre-cook the sausage together with the ground meat if working with something uncooked. But either way, stir fry for 1 more minute. Now season with a half teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon sugar, a teaspoon of light soy sauce, a quarter teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. Give that all a quick 30-second fry together, then finish by swirling a tablespoon rice vinegar over your spatula and around the sides of the wok. Minchi, out, and we're ready to serve, and we'll have enough here for 6 large servings worth. So to assemble, spoon the minchi over a plate of white rice. Make a little ring on the outside with the fried potatoes, and nestle over your fried egg. Just a quick bog standard fried egg here. Heat some oil until it's bubbling around a pair of chopsticks, crack in an egg, tilt the pan to pool the oil, and spoon over the white of the egg. Season with salt and black pepper, and that's it. Macanese minchi, done.
So Macanese food is very interesting, but it takes a lot of research because there's no Macanese Julia child, and most of the dishes are oral traditions, and every family does it differently. So if you are Macanese, definitely let us know in the comment section how your family does it. So as always, check out the Reddit link in the description box for a detailed recipe. A big thank you for everyone that's supporting us on Patreon. And of course, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.